05022024 CA1 to TT Dispatch 2030 status update. I got these logistics in motion. It has to do with water, and this is how I'm gonna run the paperwork logistics. So it's gonna be 10 cents for a gallon of seawater, right? To pump it directly from the sea. So what's going to happen is there's going to be companies that's going to be posted up on the shore, and they're going to be pumping seawater, and the FEMA city rate is 10 cents a gallon. So we're going to make it 20 cents a gallon. We're going to follow the 80-20 rule, and we're going to make it 20 cents a gallon. So then the transportation logistics kicks in, and the water gets transported up to the mountains. So basically it's free until it gets to the mountains. And then there's going to be people that's going to sell it for 50 cents a gallon. Yeah. All right, we're going to scrap the 80-20 rule. So it's going to be 20 cents and 50 cents, right? So now, in these FEMA cities, it's going to be like a regular city like Philadelphia. And Philadelphia, it got a bunch of corner stores. So you go to the corner store, you could get like all these snacks, cakes, whatever. So now, the same number of licenses that's in Philadelphia for corner stores, we're going to create new businesses and new licenses for the seawater distribution. So these people, they're going to get a lot, and they're going to load up the lot with seawater in 5-gallon blue jugs, right? So this seawater, it's to wash your dishes in your houses and also in commercial spaces. But when it gets to the FEMA cities, we're going to use filter systems and filter the water. So it's still going to be seawater, and then we're going to decontaminate it with maybe like a chlorine pill and decontaminate the water. So we're going to have sterilized seawater that's filtered. So these people, when they buy it, it's 50 cents a gallon, and basically they just wash the dishes, and yeah, some people could take a shower with it, and but the shower, we're going to use a new system because it uses less water, and it's basically it's like baby wipes, but it got soap in it, and you just like scrub your skin down. You know, you do use one for one leg, use the other one for the other leg, and then you should use about 6 of them, and then you throw it out and you wipe off with a towel or something, and it got all the dirt off, because it's like these cloths that, it's like a baby wipe cloth that could, scrub a little bit. So you get all the dirt off and you're clean. So that right there didn't use a lot of water, and it's a bath. You could put antibacterial substances in it, but you washed up. So now all you got to use is like a little bit of seawater to wash your hair out, and you could probably use a little bit of fresh water to wash the sea salt out. We're going to try to make the seawater cheap, like really, really cheap. So that's why I'm using like 10 cents or 20 cents a gallon and 50 cents a gallon. So plus the rent is $500 a month for every single cabin. So everybody got a shitload of money, so they could afford the gallons of water. So this is how I want to pump the seawater. So let's say that fence is the ocean and the ocean is coming this way. I want to run a railroad track and line it up with the ocean, and basically we have these seawater tanks, and they got pumps on top of the tanks, each one, and we're just like pulling the seawater into the tanks. And let's say the train got 100 cars, that's a lot of water. So the train leaves, and depending on how long it is, because some trains, they could go on for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So we can utilize the National Guard at these train stops to block off the roadways that the train got to pass. That way there's no accidents and no delays in this water delivery system. So we could always have National Guard stationed at railroad tracks, and we could like keep the water moving. But let's say we start this operation this year, we could start pulling seawater up to the mountains, and we could like stash it on regular lots like this, like a grass lot that nobody uses. It's like federal land. So we could like literally start stacking up, and then as people are moving up to the mountains, there's water available, you know, because we can't drain the rivers too much because people downstream uses it. So this seawater, we could possibly run like laundry systems with this, or we could set up like a salt. The only way to remove salt from the seawater is the distillation process. I think that's how you say it. You distill the water, like you steam it, and it like evaporates and it becomes fresh water. You know, that kind of thing. I don't think we should use that because it's going to make more heat. So if we just pull water from the river, wash the clothes, and like, let's say this is a field, and then there's a tank underground, and there's just washing machines. The water goes in the tank, then we drain the tank like every week or every day, and then we take the water to get this is river water from the local areas. We take the water to get cleaned, and then we dump it back in the river. That way the remaining water goes downstream. So once we start the cycle, it's like the river, we're using the water, but you're not going to lose that much water. It's like the river is still there. So basically that's a laundry setup with the river system. You just use a little bit of water, get the dirt out, and send the water back. So once the cycle starts going, then, you know, it's just going to be like a constant river downstream. And yeah, that's like emergency water operations in motion for these FEMA cities. Over out. Gotta go.